What is up, YouTube? It's Hero Sticks, and I am back. And I am back now tonight. Because if I wasn't back now and tonight, I would probably never be back. My efforts and my knife collecting hobby have become, I don't know, sort of trivial, I guess. People have asked how I was doing. YouTube friends that actually reach out more often than friends that I know in person, and I really appreciate that. So I haven't done a video for about 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and it's because I have some very heavy family shit going on, and I'm not on YouTube to cry about what's happening with me. I've talked about my depression, I've talked about my anxiety, I've talked about my historical profession that lended itself to some secondary trauma and some really hard things. But I guess what I'm trying to say is knives remain a fun distraction. I like collecting them. My favorite YouTuber and someone that I'm building a friendship with, Bob DeMarco at The Knife Junkie, wrote a very, very compelling article about the nature of knives and the nature of what it means to have a knife in your hand and to flip them. And almost all world religions and all faith expressions that pray, and God is God, there's one God, and unless you're praying to him, probably not actually a religious person, but they pray rosaries with their hands. Rosary beads for the Catholics, Kumbaloya for the Greek Orthodox, lots of other examples. And he talked about the flicking of knives as a contemplative practice, and it meant a lot to me, and it resonated, and I thought that was great. If you're still watching this, I appreciate it. It suggests to me that you actually care about what's going on in my head and in my life more than you do the knives that I review, and I really do appreciate that. But I do have some cool knives to show and to share. This is my, do you see the cap? Oh, Kamimura. My all-time favorite forged in fire champion. Haven't been able to get a knife, but I got the hat and I love it. Okay, so I have a knife to unbox. I have 2 knives to unbox and 2 knives to talk about. It's been some time. What I want to say first and foremost is thank you to those of you that said, hey, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Be great to have another video. What are you carrying? How are you doing? It really means a lot. It really does mean a lot. And there's just a lot of rough stuff happening in the world. The Ukraine conflict is gutting. As an MMA fan, the Cain Velasquez thing is gutting and weird and terrible. And so in a weird way, I'm appreciating Bob's commentary about knives being a little bit of an anchoring feel, a tactile thing. And I'm not ashamed to say that with my own personal life still in a great deal of turmoil, and the world and Ukraine specifically in an unbelievable amount of almost like World War II at the beginning state of affairs, I'm thankful that knives distract me and that I enjoy them. Okay, so here's the unboxing, and it's the first one on YouTube. Some people care about that, some people don't, and I'm back to budgets in some way, so y'all recognize that box. That's a CRKT, and this is only my second CRKT, CRKT. I had a Pilar and I went back and forth with it. I actually ended up bagging it because I think I got a bunk one. But this right here is the Columbia River CRKT Richard Rogers Symmetry Slip Joint Front Flipper. Richard Rogers puts out an OEM that I really, really want. He puts out lots of other great stuff, but the OEM is the one I want. And this boasts itself as a gentleman's knife. Now, to be fair, the Symmetry has been reviewed on YouTube before. Here's what CRKT's popping as their propaganda. But it was an old one. It was like a carbon fiber one. You can pause this and read it if you want. Which was like okay, but David C. Anderson at Knife Center featured this one on the weekly new knives, and at a glance, I'm very impressed. This is a $49 knife. Have slip joint, will travel. The Symmetry is what happens when your everyday carry becomes your anywhere carry. It is carefully designed to move freely through areas with tighter restrictions. The ambidextrous folding knife features a classic slip joint, a low profile design, and colorful details that make it a smart choice no matter where you're headed. So, actually, wow, the fit and finish is really, really, actually quite good. I hate the, is this what they do? Is this what you do? You put your hand behind it? Can you see that better? Yeah, okay. The fit and finish is really good. So it's white. Let's see, okay. Let me give you the scoop. Blade length is 2.7. D2 steel. Stainless steel with ivory fiber infused resin inlays. I'm sorry, $49? Are you kidding me? Let me read that again. Stainless steel with ivory fiber infused resin inlays. Okay, so it's very thin. I like the feel of it. It's different from anything I have, and the description said slip joint. I don't see the option to open this as a slip joint, so I'm just going to try it as a front flipper. You're seeing what's happening. Okay, so it feels gummy. Oh gosh. Okay, so there's no half stop. There's no half stop, and there's no lock either. Oh geez. Ton of blade play. Like ton of blade play. Okay. Probably going back. Let me try. Oh man, that's terrible. I just almost cut the tip of my pinky off. Yep, and that's the best front flip I can muster. Okay, here you go. First time I've said it. The CRKT Symmetry is along with the Ontario Knife Company Shikra, probably the worst knife I've ever tried. And we're at 10 minutes. That's fine. Okay. Don't buy it. I don't think you were thinking about buying it, but don't buy it. Okay, next one. I have been handling this. I've been enjoying it. Miguron knives. And this one has been reviewed before. I think Stasa23 reviewed it, and maybe a couple others. So I've carried this today. And it is a 3.5 inch. Boy, that symmetry was really disappointing. Thumbs down. So this is the Miguron Knives Akri. A-K-R-E, Akri. And it's a front flipper, and it's 3.5 inches. The steel is DC 5.3, and I actually don't know anything about that. So if you do, tell me what you think. I'll look it up on the steel chart or whatever. So I saw this knife, and as soon as I opened it up and saw it, I thought it's actually like a very large gentleman's knife. So it's black G10, I believe. It is made in China. It is a front flipper, and it does have a satin finish. And so I'm fond of it. It's the largest gentlemanly knife I have, but the action is outstanding. It's a beautiful blade. The G10 is contoured nicely. Very, very, very subtle branding. You've just got it a bit. Can you see? Yeah, just on the pivot collar there. Nothing on the blade other than DC 35, and the action is very good. And I know front flippers aren't for everybody. You've got the titanium pocket clip. It is a liner lock, but I'm very impressed. I don't know what I'm going to do with it or where it fits in the collection, but the Miguron Knives Akri, I would definitely encourage you to pick up. This is only $47, I think. Let me double check that. $43. Along with the petrified fish beluga, I'm not kidding you. This Akri is one of the best budget blades I believe that you can get out there. So check it out. Winner, winner. Okay, last knife I've been carrying, but that is new, is from Picaroon Tools. Stasa 23 and Lefty EDC. Side note, Lefty EDC just put out his own knife. It looks freaking awesome. I'll put a link for that too. And he reviewed this, but as a lefty, it had some issues. So this is from Picaroon Tools. This is a knife maker from Bulgaria. And on the back of his little, and the piratey box, I mean, who doesn't love that? The name of this knife is the Mutineer. Caution, sharp tools inside. Keep out of the reach of children. I stand 100% behind my products. I warrant that this product is free of defects in the craftsmanship and materials. The warranty does not cover wear, damage by lack of maintenance, misuse, or abusive usage. Signed, Picaroon. I have emailed and liaised with the maker a little bit. Outstanding customer service. Cool guy, great site, lots of fantastic products, even outside of the knives that he's making. But I did pick up the Mutineer. It's all titanium, S35 VN, frame lock, sheep's foot, Warncliffe, whatever you want to say, all titanium pocket clip. The action is exquisite. The spidey flicking is exquisite. The ergonomics, we didn't even get to the ergonomics on that piece of shit Symmetry because that didn't even matter, are outstanding. So I'm discovering that even though I'm exploring and enjoying larger knives, the 3.2 to 3.4 inch is probably my sweet spot. But man, this thing This is outstanding. And they are available on Etsy right now. Hang on. I just want to give the guy props because $130. Happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. $130. I love it. I love it. I will say the Spidey flick is outstanding. The thumb roll can be a little tricky. The thumb flick, I had to really think about and really work on. And Lefty, I think, had the same issue because it's a flip-flop thing. So, Picaroon Tools, Mutineer, outstanding. He has got a fixed blade coming soon. Highly encouraged to check it out. Okay, now 16 minutes in, seriously? We're gonna do the unboxing. This is I'm gonna create a segue and I'm gonna do it quickly. There's a lot of darkness out there, and when I was talking earlier, like I really meant it. Like there's just a lot of hard stuff going on for most people, and it's true of me. And the name of this knife, I don't know, it brought me a little joy. I can't quite remember where I noted it or where I saw it for the first time, but it's the Glow Rhino Lightbringer. And they had a knife that came out maybe a year ago called the Reactor. Very nice box. And these guys have been in, oh my gosh, self-defense and metallurgy. And these are their first knives, but these guys have been like in the game for a long time. I don't know if that's going to come up backwards or not. And so they have a tritium, they have a government contract with tritium, which is a chemical that creates light, like a glow-in-the-dark thing, and they put them on their knives. And so this is the Lightbringer. The Glow Rhino Lightbringer, designed by Elliot Williamson, Ferrum-Forge, of Ferrum-Forge, marks a bright new light in the EDC knife world. Glow Rhino reached out to Ferrum-Forge Knife Works to create a knife that maximized the practicality of tritium, thoughtfully placing tritium where it best served its purpose for location of the knife and its most vital hardware. So, at a glance, a lot of Glow Rhino on the clip now, but we can live with that. Thumb studs. Well, where's the? Okay. There's the, that's a very large flipper tab. It looks like a rhino horn. I don't know if they were going for that, but I thought there was a, like a chunk of this glow-in-the-dark stuff that I could see. Or maybe it's the little rhino. Maybe it's right there. You see that little guy? I hope so. But we do have thumb studs and we do have a flipper tab. This is in black G10. The handle was made to fit the human hand. All right, this is 20 minutes. God. And the blade shape was inspired by a rhino horn, shaped to cut well and add a unique flair. You'll be hard pressed to find a better EDC knife. Nitro V is the steel, stonewash finish, ceramic ball bearing pivot with a flipper and tritium filled thumb stud. Oh God, Edward, Hero Sticks, you fucking dumbass. It's in the thumb stud. It's right there. Okay. It sort of looks a little bit like, the action was great. It looks a little like a Malibu, maybe a tiny bit. Let's see. Okay, let's try a little Spidey flick. Flip. And a little thumb flick. Oh, wow. Now that feels really nice. And Bob at the Knife Junkie was talking about that flipper tab's huge, but it is sloped in the right way. It's actually really comfortable. Look, I like this a lot. I'm gonna turn out the light and see if it glows. It does. It's a 3.5 inch blade length. The cutting edge is about 3.2. Again, Nitro V. This is a cool knife. It's very comfortable. So your hammer grip and your saber grip, actually very comfortable. I love the blade shape, and that edge on the top. Thumbs up, Glow Rhino. Very smooth. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Thumbs down on the Symmetry. Huge thumbs up on the Glow Rhino Lightbringer. The Mutineer by Picaroon Tools. Thumbs up as well. The surprise of the night, the Akri by Miguron Knives. And I left one out, but I'll do it tomorrow. Hey, 22 minutes, that's too long. Thanks for being part of my community. Thanks for being part of my knife thing. If you made it this far, know that I'm gonna try to be doing videos a little more often. Hope that you're well, and I'll see you on the next one.